He has a very interesting hobby, and it's been sometimes interesting to catch up with him since Christmas or whatever. He likes wandering around in Spain for 3 months out of the year, every year. Can you imagine? What a wonderful lifestyle. And so today's educational program is Geoff Smith, The Art of Effective Evaluation. Geoff Smith, The Art of Effective Evaluation.
Thank you very much, Dolores, fellow Toastmasters. First of all, I want to issue an apology. I was going to do this 6 weeks ago, 2 months ago. I was on the way here, and right at the last minute, something quite important stopped me, and I had no way to telephone Dolores, so I have to let people know. So if anyone was here at that time, I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm going to launch very quickly into the art of effective evaluation, and I'm going to do it quite quickly. Because it normally takes about 45 minutes. I've got maybe between 15 and 20. So I'm going to go through the material very quickly, but please, at the end, take a handout. I've prepared a 4-page handout. I would like you to read it. Okay? Now, when we join Toastmasters, we generally do so to improve our competence and our confidence in public speaking. But after a while, very quickly, we realize that there are other facets and other talents that we can bring into play. For instance, running an effective meeting, as Dolores is today. Being an effective sergeant-at-arms, which involves meeting people at the door. Hi, you're a guest. Welcome. My name is so-and-so. Making them feel well. That's another aspect of communication. There's also a leadership component. How well can we perform as a leader in the various aspects of a committee? There's also evaluation. Evaluation is, to me, an integral and vital part of the Toastmasters experience. And I'm using the word effective evaluation. It's very easy to make an evaluation. I've seen many, many people, they say, that was a great speech, I really enjoyed it, that was inspiring. But what that does is that increases confidence. It does nothing to increase competence. Why was it a good speech? What made it a good speech? What words did you use that inspired? This is what improves and increases the person's ability to make a good speech. So what I have in my notes here is a framework that I've constructed myself on how to make an effective evaluation. The first tip I'm going to give you is, if you make an evaluation of a speech, you are generally only going to have about 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, irrespective of whether that evaluation is on the pieces of paper, whether it's at an evaluation contest, or whether it's actually as a verbal one in the meeting like we're doing tonight. You only have 3 minutes. To evaluate the wide arena of speaking in 3 minutes is impossible without focusing. So my first tip is decide beforehand on the approach that you're going to take to the evaluation. Don't do it when the speech starts, because chances are you will not make an effective evaluation. Okay? So I suggest to you that there are 5 major approaches to an evaluation that you can make. There may be more. I've racked my brains thinking of a 6 or a 7. I can't find them. I've broken it down into 5. And those 5 are, and you need to make notes because they're all there, is the approach to structure, the approach to style, the approach to mission, the approach to content, the approach to word usage, which is my favorite. So let's look very quickly at each of those. I'm going to then subdivide them and suggest what you should be evaluating within that subdivision. Okay? But as I said, the secret, I think, is to decide which of these you want to do first. You can do that either by discussing it beforehand with the speaker, or you can do it by just your own personal judgment, your own feeling. Okay, let's look very quickly at structure. Each speech that has ever been made, if it's effective, has a hook to get their attention. Content, to keep it. close, so that they'll remember why they listened to your speech in the first place. The hook should be about 5% of the speech, the close should be about 5%, and the balance should be about 90%. The content should be about 90%. So your questions you ask about hook, content, and close, did they actually hook your attention? Right from the beginning. If they did, how did they do it? Did they come in with a flamboyant anecdote? Did they tell you a joke? Did they make a serious, emotional comment? There's many, many hooks. Flamboyant, aggressive, controversial, humorous, flamboyant. Did they make one? Was it relevant? If not, how could they have made an interesting hook? All you've got to tell them is how to get the attention. Content. Did they flow quickly from the hook into the content? Was the content relevant to the hook? Or was it completely off the beam? Did it expand it? Did the content tell you in advance where they were going? The good speech content, it should say something like this. And so in the next 5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because they may be interested in number 5, they may not be interested in 1 to 4, but they don't know when number 5 is coming. And they're going to wait. They're not going to go to the beach in Cuba. They're going to wait until they get to number 5. So did the content do that? Then you move on very quickly. As I said, I have to go through these fairly quickly because we've only got 15 minutes. Close. How did they close? Did they give you something to do, think about, something to feel, something to research, to go away with a message? Dale gave me a message, something to think about. Where's my debt? Where's the love in my life? How can I expand that love and make it deeper? How can I give love? How can I put my passion into something? That was his close. So did they give you an effective close to go away with? So all of that comes within the arena of structure. Hook, content, close.